Hello everybody, welcome back to our next painting video. Last time I showed you the difference between the war games Atlantic and the Warlord games, French Infantry miniatures for World War II. We made a little comparison, we can have a look at them while I'm talking. Got these two models, I painted them, I sprayed them already in with the primer and skeleton bone. I used my Vallejo Diorama FX paste on the ground, and today we will paint one of these miniatures. I will show you the colors I'm using. We will use Tomb King Tan, that's in the light neutrals and the darker end. And we will use that for all the clothing, but we will leave the sleeves and the boots free. Also, of course, the fez, the backpack, the drink bottle and the rifle. Then we will take, for the backpack, we will take Drake Tooth. It's very bright, but we will wash it later and it will look nice. Then we will take Dryad brown for the rifle, and for the metal parts we will use wrong color, sorry. We use matte black. That's one of the few situations I use really matte black. And then we use leather brown for the boots and for the leather stripping, and ruddy umber for the detail, the leather details on the backpack and the drinking bottle. And for the fez, it's very easy. We will just use pure red. And after these base colors, we will, of course, we will use our black for the hair. And after using all the base colors, we will shade this miniature with military shade and distillated water, like 2:1. And after that, we will just dry brush the model with skeleton bone again. Just a little bit for some dust. Put on maybe a tuft or two. Make the ring of the base black and it's done. And then we will have a look at the finished model. So join me and enjoy some music. So I forgot one thing before we start. For the flesh, so the face and the hands, that's not much but a little bit, we will use barbarian flesh mixed with a tiny drop of some brown, whatever you want, like maybe a little bit of Dryad brown. They are from Morocco, and I want them to be a little bit more tanned than the normal barbarian flesh tone. So we will start with Tomb King Tan for all the clothes. Tomb King Tan is dried, so we will move to the next 3 short steps. It's Dryad brown for the wooden rifle sections. It's leather brown for the boots and the leather strip, and Tuft drag for the backpack. And I will do these all at once because it's a small step for each and should be very quick. Already the last base colors in the queue, so we got our pure red for the face, so the head, matte black for the metal parts of the gun, then we mixed barbarian flesh and ruddy umber for the skin, and I forgot the leather strip, so we will do that with leather brown. And of course, with pure ruddy umber, we will highlight the strips on the backpack. every base color is dried, we will have a look at our miniature. So we got our rifle, we got our fast, the hair, the creepy eyebrows, sorry for that, I'm really not good at painting faces. The boots, and it's hard to see the difference between the trousers and the, let's call it socks, but when we shade it we can see it better. And now I had already mixed military shade and distillated water, 2:1, so we want it a little bit thinner than normal, but not really half-half. And then we just take a brush and then give it a good wash. Don't do too much so there are puddles like at my case right now. Just dip it off. We just want the recesses to be nice and defined. So we will let that dry. And after that, it's the last touch. We will dry brush with a light skeleton bone and Tuft rag for some dust effects. A little bit more on the sock here to get these riffles. So it looks worse than it is in this recess. It's nearly not visible with the pure eye in reality. So last piece, or last step that is missing, we will dry brush as promised. Very light, just for some little dust effect, and more on the darker parts like the boots. He's walking through dust, a little bit too much. Maybe a little bit on the weapon, just for some character. His face is a little bit dirty. Maybe his elbow and his knees. Just like that. And then a little touch on the weapon. Just like, can you see this? Yeah. So then just a little bit on the base. And after that, an even smaller amount of drake tooth. And after that, we will use a little drop of super glue. And Tuft from Army Painter. It's the Mountain Tuft range, but I like them because they look a little bit dry. And we are in a desert, so we want dry tufts. So, and then you have it. This is our French miniature. Everything what is missing now is the black ring. And I think that is very easy, very fast done. If I wouldn't stop for showing the miniature, maybe it would take like 20 minutes without drying. And normally you would not paint one of them, so you would paint, let's switch the camera, the whole bunch of them, like bunch painting, and then you can get a nice fair amount of soldiers battle ready in no time. So I hope you liked that video. Please consider follow and like, subscribe, all of these things everybody tells you to do. And we will see us next time with another video about miniatures. So I wish you all the best and have a good one.